Hi everyone, I'm Gita Ramadhani and I'm wearing a pajamas. So, as its title says, we're going to talk about sleep deprivations today. First of all, many people think that sleep deprivation and amnesia is the same thing, when in fact it's a very different cases. So basically, sleep deprivation is a situation where people can get enough sleep because of an external effect. So we can say that sleep deprivation is a situation where people can get enough sleep or maybe forcing themselves to not getting any sleep at night. So according to many sources that I read, adults need about 7 to 8 hours to sleep at night and adolescents need about 10 hours to sleep at night. We grow sleepy due to signals from our body telling us that our body is already tired from the day. Also, we get signals from the external, the environment telling us that it's already dark outside and it's time to get sleep. So, a lack of sleep can cause us a serious bodily harm. It can cause us an illness and, worst cases, death. When we lose sleep, mood, memory, and reaction time are affected. According to Matthew Walker, a professor of neuroscience and psychology at the University of California, Berkeley, also the author of the book called Why We Sleep, a lack of sleep can prevent our brain to make new memories. Also, a lack of sleep will increase development of a toxic protein called beta amyloid in our brain. This toxic protein is related to Alzheimer's disease. So when we not getting enough sleep at night, the more this toxic protein will build up in our brain, and the more this protein builds up in our brain, the greater your risk to get a dementia in your future. There's this one cases that already happened in about 60 years ago. In 1965, 17 years old high school student Randy Gardner stayed awake for 264 hours. That's an 11 days. He did this to see how he'd cope without sleep. From his case, on the second day, his eyes began to stop focusing. The next, he lost the ability to identify objects by touch. On the third day, he was so moody and uncoordinated, and not so long after that, he was so struggling to concentrate, had trouble with short-term memory, became paranoid, and started hallucinating. So, how can a lack of sleep can cause us a very serious bodily harm in both mental and physics conditions? So during our wake hours, our cells are busy using our energy sources for the day, which get broken down into various byproducts, including adenosine. This all happens in the neuron. After adenosine amount increased, these adenosines will exit the neuron and combine with the adenosine receptors, which cause sleepiness, or we can call it sleep pressure. In fact, caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptor pathways, causing the sleep pressures go away. That's why people need a caffeine if they need to work more until late at night. Because of that, the other waste products will build up in our brain, and if they not cleared away, they collectively overload the brain, and this can lead a very negative impact of sleep deprivations. So, what is the effect of sleep deprivations? There is three main systems in our body that is affected by sleep deprivation. It is the reproductive system, the immune system, and the cardiovascular system. The first one, it is affects our reproductive system. People who are sleeping about 5 to 6 hours at night have a level of testosterone which is that of someone 10 years older than them. So lack of sleep will age you by almost a decade in terms of that aspect of virility and wellness. The second, it is impact our immune system. After just one night of 5 to 4 hours of sleep, there's this 70% reduction in critical anti-cancer fighting the immune systems called natural killer cells. That's the reason why we know that short sleep duration predicts your risk to more developing numerous form of cancer. It is include cancer of the bowel, cancer of the prostate, and also cancer of the breast. And the last one, the third one, it is impacts our cardiovascular system. During deep sleep at night, you receive these most effectively blood pressure medications. Your heart rate and blood pressure goes down, your breathing slows down, and your muscle relax. Also, our DNA being repaired and our body repairing themselves for the next day. If you're not getting any sufficient sleep, you're not getting that reboot of the cardiovascular system of yours. So if you're getting 6 hours or less sleep at night, you'll get a 100% increased risk of having a heart attack and stroke in the future. How can we actually last without sleep before we start to see declines in your brain and your brain function or even impairments within your body? The answer is 16 hours of wakefulness. After over 16 hours of wakefulness, we start to see mental and psychological deteriorations. So we need about 8 hours of sleep a day to repair the damage of wakefulness. So I think that's all what I'm gonna talk about the sleep deprivation today. My message for you guys is just please get enough sleep to take care of your health. This is the first thing that you can do to help your health in daily life. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Thank you. You can see his face from 1965.